So we just got to the job, and Pete's over here digging, and it's raining. It's not like it's raining a lot. It's gonna be pouring here shortly. We're doing this. We're doing this extra. Oh my gosh, help me! Oh. Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be doing a sprinkler system repair. They put in a really nice stamped concrete patio, basically. There was a valve box underneath here that they clipped and never put back, so we are actually running a new line from the main line to a valve box over here. And they've got these smaller little boxes, and they're all over the yard. There's 8 zones for this house, which is a little bit ridiculous. Unless you have like really low water pressure, you don't need that many. But we usually put them in a box. We put all the valves in one box, and then we run the lines out from there. So you have your main supply line coming into your main box, and then it tees off all of the valves, and then from there it runs. It's just easier to service, and you don't want to try to find these. You don't want to try to find these little valve boxes all over the yard when it comes time to service it. So yeah, let's just get going into this. So let me give an explanation on what we're doing here. Pete over here is digging like a fool in this rocky stuff. We're trying to find these valve boxes all over the yard, and we have no clue where they are. We're gonna just put in another zone because they ripped the zone out. And this zone goes back somewhere in here. There's like 3 or 4 heads on it. And so we do everything with one box, one central location. All the valves are in that box. It's easy to service and figure out where everything's at. And then from there we run 1 inch. Everything's done in 1 inch. So we have 1 inch pipe, 1 inch fittings. Everything is 1 inch. It's just easier that way. So now it's raining. Boy, we're having fun this week. So now that the rain stopped and me and Pete have laid the 1 inch pipe, and I hate doing this because this is 8 strand out to here, and it's only one valve. This is why I hate doing this. I want it all in one box. That way you don't have to use a lot of wiring and all this other jazz. But just another thing for someone to hit this little wire out here when they're doing landscaping or whatever. You know, you bury it as deep as possible, but some of these, they hit one already up there in the landscape, and it's like this stuff isn't, you know, I don't know. Just put it all in one box, guys. But so we got the wire run out to this little valve, got the main line running out to this valve, and then it's going to go to this zone. So yeah, we've officially are dirty and muddy, and this is just, it's raining on and off. So we're going to hook this up and test out the water, and then hook up the wiring and test it out through the controller. So here we go. What a nightmare this is. All right.
We haven't let the pressure out.
We're about.
Yeah, you're about to. I probably shouldn't be standing here with the camera.
Oh!
Having fun now.
This is one heck of a week, I'll tell you that. Oh, we're just having all kinds of... Oh, dang, I think I blew my contact off. No. Nope, we're good. We're good. Oh, I probably should. Alright. Oh! Alright, so now we're going to connect this main line into this line that is not an inch. Oh man, it is not an inch. This is 1.25 inches. Oh, good Lord. Please help me today.
Got some duct tape?
It's not 1 inch.
No.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right. Off to the store we go. Okay, so back from the hardware store. Holy heck. Back from the hardware store. We're lucky we found this hardware store, and we're lucky that they had the parts we needed. The company that installed this sprinkler system put an 1.25 inch main pipe, And then they adapted it out to an 1.5-inch pipe that went to the first set of valves for the zones 1 through 4 out front. Well, they kicked off one way with 1.25 inches reduced down to 1/2 inch for another set of valves, and do everything in like whatever size it is, just do it all in the same size. And put all the valves in the same spot. Dang it, man. We can't even find half the valves in the backyard. So we're gonna go with the theme here, putting a little yard box in over here along with 8 other ones. So let's get over here and take a look. So this is our situation. That's 1.25 inches, and it gets it goes to 1.5 inches somewhere in here and goes out to the front yard. We're gonna tee it off right here, 1.25 inches, 1 inch, going this way to this valve over here. So, and it's just a whole bunch of hoses and wires and everything else every direction. So it's not real organized. I think they just had pipe laying around and this is what they did. So all kinds of, like, this is all kinds of messed up. Like, I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I really want to call out the company that put this thing in, but I'm not going to. I see a lot of this every single year where it's just a hodgepodge of like piping, and I mean it goes to 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches. We got inch running this way, we got 1/2 inch running off of the 1 inch, and it's just I would rather somebody just do everything. And if you're gonna do everything 1.25 inches, do everything 1.25 inches. You're gonna do it all 1 inch like we do everything in 1 inch, put all the valves, I keep saying this, but put all the valves in one box and keep everything, you know, that way you don't have a bunch of adapters and different parts and pieces. You just have all 1 inch fittings, all 1 inch pipe, you know, 1 inch valves. I mean, it just makes everything a whole bunch easier, and then we end up doing all this garbage. So to fix your mistake, back. So white is our common, brown is our hot for this zone, and gray coming out here, which this looks like it's coming from there. Where does that go? That goes that way. This comes from here. Okay. So gray here is our hot zone for this one. And brown. Okay, so if that looks confusing to you, it is, because they made it confusing. So, moving on to wiring in the valve. So for this one, it really doesn't matter what your common wire and what your hot wire is for it. So you can, I mean, there's no wiring it backwards, is I guess what I mean. Back. Again, white is our common, and brown is our hot for this zone. I'd always use wire nuts that have silicone in them or that are waterproof. These ones have silicone in them. You just tuck it inside the cap and let's do a test. Okay, so it's I put it in manual mode. It's testing, is running through all of the valves or all of the zones. So we're gonna walk around and take a look. Okay, so this is zone 1, and everything's set for a minute, so we'll run through all the zones in a little less than 10 minutes. So we'll walk around the yard. I'll show you the valve boxes that they put all over. Alright, so this is zone 2. So here are 2 of the valve boxes that they put in these yards, and they run them all over. That one's full of water, but there is the main line that's running to these 2 valves up front is 1.5 inches. I'm not sure why. The pipe that we had to cut to run zone 8 was 1.25 inches, so yeah, I don't know. But I hate when they put them all over the yard, because if they get buried, this is zone 3. If they get buried over time, it's hard to find the valves to replace them. Here's another one. This is zone 4. And I want to say 5 is back there on the forest liner.
But they have 8, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 6 is, I think, where we're standing, but 5 is back there. But I don't know where the valve boxes are for these. Like, we're missing like 4 valve boxes that we literally took about an hour and a half the other day to look for.
That one's spraying against the house.
We're gonna have to adjust those.
But hey, we found the lost one that was back there.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is the heads get buried over the winter, and the valve box covers, the little valve box covers, get buried, and you can't find anything in the spring. So when you go to start up your system, if you have something that's broken, like a valve or something like that, I mean, you spend half your Saturday trying to look for where all the valve boxes are. There's 5. Way back over there again, too. I think the lawn is well watered. What do you think, Pete?
Judging by the standing water, yeah.
All right, I think 6 is, we're on top of 6. This should be zone 8 coming up. If we did everything right. Like we didn't do it right. Because we know what we're doing. Look at that, Pete. That's Pete's handiwork. Alright guys, so if you have any sprinkler system questions or anything about repair, service, or full installation of basically a sprinkler system, I can break it down for you. Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you next time.